And welcome, guys, to another episode of Sunday Setups. And today I'm accompanied by Lit Cat Nathan. How you doing, my bro?
All good, my guy. All good in the hood.
Good. And obviously, my name is Jacob, and I'm here to bring you guys a forecast of things to look for this week ahead on the charts. Okay, so before we get into it, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can keep you up to date and be alerted to when we're bringing out the fire content, which is the Sunday setups, as well as the midweek outlook that we are dropping every Wednesday. Okay, so please be sure to like and subscribe if you do like the content. So for those as well, if you haven't checked out our website at www.litcapital.co.uk, please be sure to do so. Okay, if you are interested in getting started on your trading journey with us, for those that are beginners and you want just a bit of an insight into what it is that the industry we are in entails, please check out our website. Okay, www.litcapital.co.uk. Okay, so before we get into it, guys, we're going to go over the economic calendar for the week ahead as normal, just to see what fundamental news can be, have an impact on some of the pairs that we're looking at. Okay, so starting off on Monday, we do have the CPI for China coming out Monday morning, but very early as the market opens. We're going to see what that does. We've got the unemployment rate for the Swiss franc. Okay, and that's leading up to the London session. It's at 6:45, so we're going to see what's going on with that. And we also have some job openings for the US in the afternoon. Okay, then we go into Tuesday, just to see what it's looking like. We have not much higher impact data, nothing really to kind of stand out and look out for. We do have the economic sentiment coming out of the euro. That's about it. But nothing really high impact. And then going into Wednesday, we have the CPI coming for the US, as well as the crude oil stock exchange and the monthly budget for the US as well. So that'll be interesting to look forward to. Thursday, we got the GDP for the UK, and that's in the morning. Okay, so going into London session, we'll see some high impact news coming out of the UK. And then going into the afternoon on Thursday, we have the initial jobless claims for the 4-week average. And then rounding off, going into Friday, we've got the consumer sentiment. Okay, so that'll be something to look for with the US as well. But nothing really major in terms of interest rates, which we kind of look for, or major unemployment data. We've got Swiss franc, but that's about it. Nothing really giving. So going over to the charts now, guys. Okay, we're gonna look at the DXY and the dollar index to kind of begin with, and just seeing what we've seen in terms of the positive NFP result on Friday. We've seen price continue its rise up, and in my opinion, we're going to retest the highs, of course, within this area, and we could actually look to see price, continue past this yearly high, which was set in March. And actually push forward past that. Okay, so where we've kind of held up this area on the daily pretty well, we was looking for a bit more of a deeper retracement, but within this daily 8-hour candle area, we've seen price sort of accumulate and continue to the upside. Okay, so where that's kind of done the job of coming back to an area where we kind of sort of push from, we've taken some liquidity out, and then we formed some accumulation and continued the push. So I'm actually bullish on this. Okay, I believe that we can potentially get a small retracement if the market is to open once retesting this area here, or maybe this area here, around the 93 level. But if that area doesn't hold, I do believe we can continue past this area and form a new yearly high. Okay, so with that being said, that's going to be, bearish on major pairs, especially if the dollar does continue and stuff like that. So just looking at what we've been seeing in terms of the price pattern continuation and stuff like that, I actually think this is due to go higher. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for this week. Maybe some of that fundamental news coming out of the US can have an impact in order to catapult it further higher. But that is kind of what I'm looking to see. We may see a slight pullback when the market opens, but I do think this may actually retest the highs and potentially blow through them. So that's kind of what I'm seeing on the daily picture as well. So that's what I'm going to be looking for in the chart. So I'm going to start with gold for you guys, and with gold we've seen a mammoth move to the downside. Okay, We caught a part of it. We didn't catch this whole move. We did catch a part of this move in our community on the Wednesday. We just didn't think I would give us 600 pips, over 600 pips to close out the week, which is crazy. But as you can see here, this is where we was eyeing up some shorts from. We actually caught it to around 1810, and then that's where we close out most of our positions and stuff. So what we was looking for come Friday, obviously with NFP and stuff, and this is still valid, by the way, but we're seeing it come to this area where we had this push out from, back in the start of July, and it's now come back to that area. So it's not closed below yet. But if this area doesn't hold, there is an area a little bit lower that we are interested in as well. But, just for the time being where we are right now, obviously we finished the week very, very bearish. We're just looking to see if price is going to accumulate or stall within this area. And in doing so, we could potentially be getting some buyers on this, okay? Right now, it's not really showing that. And going over the DXY, if the DXY does get stronger without giving us a pullback, that would further make gold do a bit more of a retracement before buyers actually present themselves. But where we are in right now, we just need to see a bit more price action in terms of it turning around. It's not enough to go off of for us to kind of, take a buy at this moment, but it is within an area of interest. We just need to see a little bit more, okay? So that is what we're going to be, the start of the week looking into, leading up to the market opening and stuff like that. Going into Monday London session, we're going to see if we can get some type of reversal pattern forming. So gold is definitely on the radar for the week ahead. And the other pair I got for you guys is GBPUSD. Okay, so again, with the DXY being stronger, in my anticipation of it being stronger, should I say, I am looking for the pound to actually come lower. As we can see from this daily candle, we've pushed into it a few times, and then following the Friday NFP news, we've seen it push down. So one thing that I am obviously anticipating is a bit of a bounce from this area. I do think as price gets down here, we could potentially get a bounce into this area. So I'm wary of that, of course. But it could be one of those things where we get a bounce into the area, but then it gives us a bit of a pullback, something like this, and then we actually continue to the downside. So that is something I'm wary of. Of course, it could be temporary buys. We don't know how big the reaction is going to be. But if it doesn't start to look like bias, because there is reasons for it to go higher as well. But I do think the dollar is kind of going to lead the line on this one. So if we are anticipating strength, it could potentially push through this area on the bigger time frame. So that is one place that we could potentially get a retest once it does bounce to actually get more shorts to the downside. Okay, so that is something that is on the cards for this week ahead as well, in just regards to seeing if we can add some shorts to GBPUSD. But if we get a bounce from the area to the upside, I would be understanding of why it would want to do that, because ideally the overall area that would make sense to short it from is a bit higher. But if it doesn't want to do that, and we get a bounce off of that 4-hour area to continue lower, that will be something that we're looking for. So all of these setups, guys, that I've been through so far, they will all be posted in the Discord, of course. If you're not in our Discord community, check out our website, and you can, go through the packages and see what we have to offer in terms of inside our community for a small fee of £25 a month. Okay, it's really, really a lot of value that goes into it. So check it out if you're not in our Discord. That's all of the things that I've got for you guys today. I'm going to hand you over to Nathan to go through his pairs. Take it away, bro.
Cool, wicked. Thanks a lot, bro. So, first of all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody watching right now. So, guys, I'm going to take you guys through two pairs. Number one being EURNZD, and number two being AUDJPY. So, starting off on EURNZD. Just looking at the daily, if I come over to the line chart,
you can't see the screen, bro.
Oh, my bad. 1 second. Oh, okay, cool, wicked. Cool, my bad. All right,
Cool.
So as I was saying, obviously looking at EURNZD on the daily time frame, I'm actually bullish on this pair. Obviously we've had our series of higher highs, higher low, high high, higher low, high high. So after that, if we are to continue this bullish trend, next would really come our high low, right? So our high low as I'm anticipating, could actually be the 88%. Now, if I just come back onto the line chart and come over to the 4 hour, what we can actually see is that, you know, we did have this 4 hour candle just over here that we actually did play into, right? Sorry, this 4 hour candle over here that we actually played into. So we actually did come into it. We also did touch a 30-minute session candle as well, which was also inside of this 4 hour candle. Now, if I come down to the 1 hour, move the fib because it might make things a bit easier. Cool. So just looking at the 1 hour, you know, we are, you know, as we've been approaching this 4 hour candle and the session candle, actually, we've actually started, you know, formulating some sort of, you know, accumulation schematic, you know, of our PS, our, you know, selling climax, all of this stuff, right? So obviously we made the spring, the move that actually dipped into this candle. Now, obviously after the spring, usually should come the test. So, you know, hopefully, you know, if we, well, I've actually got my eye on this candle over here, this last sell to buy candle. So hopefully if we can get down into here, preferably actually, you know, coming up here, maybe closing above these highs and then coming down into it, that will give me personally, you know, a bit more security when actually getting into this. But my main area of interest is actually this last sell to buy candle over here, which should give us our test, and targets for the highs, you know, would really be my main target. And we've got a lot of reasons to come up. We've got equal highs up here. We've also got, you know, imbalance, you know, some more equal highs, and our next kind of higher high to be taken out on the higher time frame would actually be up here. So, you know, a big target, you know, is afoot if we can, and if we can get this, it will be amazing. You know, we will obviously supply this to our guys in the Discord. So that's the first pair that I actually wanted to go through. Now, next up, AUDJPY. So if I just come over to the daily time frame and just show you guys the line chart here as well, I'm a massive advocate of the line chart, if you guys already haven't realized. So just coming over to the line chart, you know, we are actually bearish. You know, we're in a bearish trend right now. So, you know, obviously after we've had our lower high, next, you know, we should really be expecting a low if we are to continue this bearish trend, right? So if I just come down to the 4 hour, tell a lie, it's not 4 hour, it's a 1 hour setup that I'm actually looking at. So we've actually got this last, you know, buy to sell candle up here, which I'm anticipating us to actually, you know, to play into. Now, if I come back onto the line chart again once more, we can actually see that, you know, this was our previous, you know, in this, you know, bullish trend, this was our previous higher low followed by a higher high, and we've actually broken below this higher low now. So now, you know, now that we've actually done that, I would really be anticipating us to play into this candle, and that's kind of giving me a bit more, you know, security and a bit more, you know, I'm just going to use the word security, but yeah, it's giving me a bit more, you know, secureness and actually being able to, you know, play into this. So if we do get this, you know, we could have our stops just above the candle, and obviously our, well, my main target anyway would be, you know, this overall low. If I come back to the daily one more time and just show you our previous low, if we can take this out, that would, you know, obviously mean that we are continuing this bearish trend. So, and we, on top of that, you know, come back to 1 hour one more time, we've actually got this low down here as well that also, you know, I would be anticipating for us to be taken out. So that's basically what I'm looking at, you know, for EURNZD and Australian dollar against the Japanese yen. So it's going to be an interesting week, you know, alongside all of the news that we've got. I just want to quickly bring you guys' attention back over to our website, guys. All of the, you know, charts and all of the setups that we've actually got and all of the signals that we actually provide are all going to be inside of our Discord, which once again is only £25 a month. And if you want to learn a bit, you know, a lot more in depth with us, we do have an array of different courses for you guys to actually capitalize on. So with that being said, you know, on top of that, make sure you go to our YouTube page, smash that like button, subscribe, and remember, every day
is money day.
Peace.